Day 4 of hitchhiking from South Korea to South Africa.
And today I got scammed in China. My day started off pretty relaxed here in Beijing. After a long day of hitchhiking yesterday, I slept in and then I went out planning to see a bit of the city. It wasn't long before I got approached by this guy who started talking to me in near perfect English, told me he's visiting here from Hong Kong and asked me what I was up to. I had a bad feeling about it straight away, but decided to play along to see what would happen. He then told me it was a public holiday in China, which I knew was a lie, and he invited me for some lunch to celebrate this fake public holiday. I wouldn't recommend anyone to do this, but I decided to actually go with him to see what would happen. I got given a menu without any prices, but before I could even really have a look at it, my new friend already ordered some food. He then kept talking about how his wife left him and how he was a lower class citizen and whatnot. Basically anything to make me feel bad for him. He also didn't like being on camera, and after we finished our meal, he asked me if I wanted to pay cash or card. He expected me to pay for everything, and then once the bill came out, I couldn't help but laugh. The total amount for some dumplings, cucumber, peanuts and a beer came to 568 yuan, roughly 60 quid. Now I know I've only been in China for a few days, but I know that price isn't right. Basically what's going on here is that he works with the restaurant, and if I were to pay, he would get some of that money. Obviously I refused, and when I did, things escalated pretty quickly. First he tried to stay friendly, saying we're in Beijing and that this is simply a very expensive city. But once I called him a scammer, he got very aggressive and straight away threatened to call the police. I told him to go ahead, but for obvious reasons he didn't actually get the police involved. When I tried to leave though, he grabbed my arm and for a minute I thought he was going to punch me. Luckily nothing happened. I just pushed him away and then left the restaurant. It was definitely quite the experience, and after all that I didn't really feel like walking around anymore, so instead I just went back to my hostel and watched movies for the rest of the afternoon.